Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we stop by Easter Seals, New Jersey to learn about a special 5K walk and run that will benefit those with special needs. Mayor David Stoll continues his Business Spotlight series with a visit to Bollywood Tadka. Officer Craig Hoover sits down with Lieutenant Frank Lasacco for a new segment of Street Smart, focusing on the domestic violence response team. Plus, we have information on the upcoming East Brunswick Friends of the Library book and media sale, which will be coming to the Brunswick Square Mall soon. All this, plus a special look at how the library celebrated St. Patrick's Day with a traditional Irish folk duo. So stay with us. Easter Seals, New Jersey recently announced their plans for the 4th annual Walk With Me and 5K run. EBTV was there to talk with those in charge of the program.
Well, I started with Easter Seals, New Jersey 2 years ago as a special events manager, so I am in charge of all of the fundraising events that happen throughout the year. And Walk With Me is the largest of all the events. We've raised well over $100,000 last year, so this year we have a higher goal, and we're very excited to see what it brings. So our 4th annual Walk With Me and 5K run is being held at MetLife Stadium on Saturday, May 11th, 2013. At MetLife Stadium. It's right off the New Jersey Turnpike, exit 16W, and it starts at 8:30 a.m. is when our registration opens, and our walk and our run kicks off at 10 a.m.
How can people get information in advance? Are there teams?
There are teams. You can register as an individual, you can register as a walker or a 5K runner or a child. The website is www.walkwithme.org/NJ, where you can get all the event information.
And how does it work? Do people pledge?
Yes, you can get pledges from families, friends, coworkers. All the information, there's a team captain kit online that are team captains, and if you're just a member of the team, you can print out, and there's a whole bunch of information about collecting pledges, and we have all materials too that we can distribute to anybody who needs it.
What if people have questions?
They can call me at 732-955-8368, or my email is also on the website. Again, walkwithme.org/NJ. My contact information is there.
I got involved with Easter Seals 3 years ago with Camp Mary Hart up in Hackettstown, and 2 years ago I was asked to be on the board of directors. I'm involved because there's a lot of people around the state who need our help and our assistance, and Easter Seals is one of the premier caregivers in the state.
In what way? How does Easter Seals help?
Well, the camp provides recreation and activities for those who usually wouldn't have that opportunity. There's all different kinds of services. There's some day programs. There's behavioral health programs. There's group home type programs. So it's really a multitude of services that are offered by Easter Seals. It's the most caring, giving organization I've ever been a part of. I've never seen such passion towards helping people more than Easter Seals. They're the best and the brightest that I've ever worked with, and they are dedicated to helping everybody in this state who needs that help.
Easter Seals, New Jersey was the first organization that partnered with us when we started our 501c3. So they've been very important to us. So.
And tell us about your 501c3. What do you do?
We were established about 4 years ago. Erica Lynn Foundation was named after my daughter. Erica Lynn was diagnosed with autism when she was 3 years old. She'll be 29 in October, and just a true miracle. She's you can see her story on our website, ericalynn.org. And again, our 501c3 was set up for children with any kind of disabilities. Even though she has autism, we donate to a lot of the cancer organizations, but Easter Seals was the first organization to partner up with us, and we've been with them for 4 years now. It makes such a big difference. First of all, a lot of the children and the young adults with autism have really nowhere to go during the day. Like, after school, when they graduate high school, they have nothing. And Easter Seals is a big part of their lives, where they have something to come, and they get a workplace, and it's so much of the socialization of their lives. These children are they don't just after school, it's just so hard for them to be placed anywhere, and Easter Seals is such a big part of that.
So, Vicki, tell us what it is to be an ambassador for Easter Seals this year.
It takes a lot of courage, We have a lot of people that we work with that have disabilities, and we're just trying to do an event that raises money. I've been doing this for about 3 years, This will be my 3rd year. It's fun. You know,
Why are you involved with Easter Seals?
because everybody here is family and we get treated like family. We're never lost or never ignored or, left behind.
Do you have any personal goals for this particular walk?
Just to make everybody happy and feel like they're accepted no matter who they are and what disability they have.
Vicki, tell us about the employment workshops.
The employment workshop is where consumers come together and we build different products for different companies like CVS, Walmart, beauty products, and everything else, like shower heads, and everybody has a step and they just put the product together and just ship it off to wherever they need to go.
And so, how long have you been involved with that?
5 years. I've been at Easter Seals for 5 years.
Vicki, was that your first job? Had you had jobs before?
I've had jobs for years, but this is by far the best job I've ever had in my life. I love it there.
So the event is May 11th, 2013 at MetLife Stadium, and it's a walk and it's a 5K. It's a certified 5K. So we had a lot of runners last year. We expect more runners this year. A lot of walkers last year, more this year. There'll be football players there. There'll be music and food and a wonderful party afterward to celebrate not only the ambassadors that are there, some of the consumers of Easter Seals, and celebrate what they mean to Easter Seals and being part of that Easter Seals family, but also just to have a day out, to have fun, to raise awareness in the community and raise funds for those people who really need our help in New Jersey.
What if you can't make the walk, but you'd like to contribute?
Sure. So there's a website, walkwithme.org/New Jersey, that you can go to, and you can just donate if you want to just donate. You can also go there if you want to register for the event, and you can register as an individual. You can walk, you can do the run, or you can set up and join a team if you want to do that. So there's a multitude of ways that you can help.
Really getting into the details here, is there a minimum fee to participate?
For adults, for the walk and for the 5K, it's $25. But again, you get the after party. There's food, there's music. You get to be in MetLife Stadium. There'll be some football players there. You get to be on the field. And kids under 12 can come for free. And there's a lot of kids events there that were really successful last year, and the kids absolutely loved it.
Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl with another edition of Business Spotlight. We all love to eat, and there's no place better in East Brunswick than coming up to the Bollywood Tadka up here at 415 Route 18 in the Village Green Shopping Center. I'm pleased to be joined with Shri, one of the co-owners up here at the restaurant. It's a pleasure to be here today.
It's a pleasure to have you guys here too. Indian restaurant is there's not enough Indian restaurant in East Brunswick, and we thought we would come up with something that, as you said, food, everybody wants to eat every time. So this is something that we came up, and we're getting good support from people around East Brunswick. Thank you.
And we know that in the country of India, there's a lot of different regions, a lot of different specialty type foods. What do you specialize here?
Ours is more of a North Indian style of cooking. We have, as you said, there are different kind of flavors in India. We have the South Indian style, we have the North Indian style. We go towards the north of India, and that's the flavor that we cater to.
What's the predominant flavors and the type of foods?
We go by the bread. Our main is the bread and the meat dishes that we make, the chicken, the goat, and the naans that people know as the bread, the Indian bread. That's what we basically concentrate on. South flavors are more about rice, but ours is more on the meat side of it and the breads.
And you use also the tandoori type cooking?
Yes, we do the tandoori type of cooking. That's one of our key factor of being a North Indian restaurant. We have a tandoor in the back in the kitchen, and we do all our breads and a lot of meat dishes in the tandoor.
For those that don't understand what that is, explain that.
It's a pit, like a charcoal pit, and which has coal in the bottom, like your grill that you have here, but it is full of charcoal, and we put this bread on the side of the pit, and then because of the heat on this thing, the meat and the bread, they just get done on the surface of that charcoal that we have.
So a perfect marriage between different foods.
Correct, exactly.
What are some of the favorite dishes among some of your consumers here?
I mean, most of foods are pretty favorite for people, but in specific, the chicken curry, a chicken makhni and goat curry is some of the favorites for people, along with the garlic naan that we serve here. For the vegetarians, we have the paneer dish, which people think is tofu. Actually, it's not. It's cottage cheese. But since it gives the flavor of a tofu, people like that as vegetarian people who eat vegetables. So paneer makhni is also one of the favorite dish here.
And are your chefs able to vary the level of the spices to individuals' tastes?
Yes, pretty much. I mean, I know a lot of local people, they want their food to be mild, and we cater to different kind of taste. The Indian food generally have the flavor in it, so it turns out to be a little hard for people, but we have a very good chef in there. He does a brilliant job in catering to both the locals and to the Indians, both as how mild, how medium, and how hot you need the food.
Besides ordering particular dishes off the menu, you also have buffets?
Yes, we do. Actually, we open 7 days a week. Mornings or afternoons, the lunch is always a buffet, and dinner is obviously a la carte. So we have buffet all the 7 days.
What are the hours on the 7 days?
The hours from Monday to Thursday, we are open from 11:30 to 2:30, and Friday, Saturday, Sundays, we are open from 12 to 3. That's for the buffet. And the evenings, we open pretty early at 5 o'clock, and we close until the last customer. It could be 10:30, depending on when the last person leaves.
And people can call in advance for the foods to be ready if they want to just take it out?
Yeah, sure. We do deliver. We, have people come and pick up. Yeah, so we can do both.
I know your restaurant has also worked with Dr. Friedman in preparing a special light menu. Let's talk about that.
I mean, these days, people are freak about maintaining their physique. They everywhere you see the calorie content, the proteins and stuff like that. So we thought, why not we go into something like that? And Kairotin is one of that, where we say that we also serve food that's, where we are calorie conscious about it, the proteins and the carbohydrates, we mix everything, and we have a small menu for that where people can pick from that. So yes, we do also have that, and it's going on good. People look at it and they're excited, and we get people ordering out of it as well.
Let's go back to some of the other type foods that you offer and talk in more detail maybe about some of the items.
Yes, so Indian food, as I said, we have a variety of dishes. We always start off with the appetizers, which we have it's called chaat, like a Bombay chaat, where we have a lot of chaat items, which is samosas are something that people really love. It's kind of a dough where you have chickpeas and potatoes inside. That's a favorite for a lot of Americans and locals, as I would say, and a lot of other people as well. And then we go to the chicken dishes. Chicken tikka masala is a very famous dish that people love. Most of them order. Blindly could go. You can never go wrong with that dish. So that's how people order it.
Let's just talk about your interior here, which is just beautifully designed. How did that come about?
The decor is very important. The ambience when you come in and sit in a restaurant is more about the looks that makes you feel comfortable, and we want to show some ethnicity here. So that's the reason. Hopefully people like everybody. Yes, they come here. They say first thing they say, "Oh, very beautifully done restaurant." Thank you.
It is gorgeous. I know we gave the hours before, but let's give a phone number for people for those takeout orders.
The phone number here is 732-238-2352. And hours, as I said, we are pretty much open from 11:30. We take in orders also. We start taking orders from 11 o'clock in the morning for people if we want to deliver food. And we open pretty much till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Beyond 3 also, even the buffet is closed, but we can take order from people. They can order, we can deliver food even after 3 o'clock. And then dinner we open at 5 o'clock, and we just don't close until the last person leaves, 10:30 or even beyond.
Anything else that you'd like to add?
Yes, of course. I would like to thank the community here, the people of East Brunswick, and of course yourself for promoting Indian business here. People come and they're very supportive of us. We've just finished 1 year. This February we celebrated our first anniversary, and we've been doing pretty good. Thanks to all the people who come here, support, enjoy the food, and really help us grow this business. And hopefully we will try to open much more of these in and around areas and fulfilling people's stomach and so they enjoy some Indian food. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate you spending some time with myself. I know the residents are going to enjoy not only our interview, but coming here and enjoying some of the delicious foods. The smells are incredible, as I can smell the chefs cooking in the back. So again, I would encourage everyone, as we say, we shop local, we eat local. Come try out the delicious food here at Bollywood Tadka at 415 Route 18 South if you've not been here before. Again, thanks for watching.
Welcome to this month's edition of Street Smart. I'm Patrolman Craig Hoover with the East Brunswick Police Department's Community Policing Unit, and I'm here today with Lieutenant Frank Lasacco of the East Brunswick Police Department to discuss domestic violence. Welcome, Lieutenant.
Hi, Craig. Thanks for having me.
Lieutenant, can you tell us a little bit what constitutes domestic violence?
Absolutely. First and foremost, what people need to understand is that domestic violence, unfortunately, in this country is not a rare occurrence. We often think about domestic violence victims as females because that is the highest number of victims are females. It's important to note that even though I might talk about females as a victim, we do appreciate the fact that males are also a victim of domestic violence, but at a less frequent rate. It's also important to know that 1 out of 2 women actually do become physically or sometimes emotionally abused by what we refer to as a batter in the domestic violence world. And domestic violence, at its core, is a criminal offense. That's what it starts with. Mm-hmm. Just so someone's not in a domestic relationship doesn't mean if they're a victim of an assault or harassment that it's any less of an offense. But under the Domestic Violence Prevention Act, which is created, we as law enforcement can come in and establish a much higher degree of relationship with the victim and offer certain services and protections to them that isn't normally afforded to people in a non-domestic violence type situation.
Lieutenant, what if someone finds themselves a victim of domestic violence?
First and foremost, they should be concerned for their safety. So if it is a life-threatening emergency, should immediately call 911. Our officers will be immediately dispatched to the scene and conduct an investigation. And as a result of that investigation, there's a multitude of things that can happen to hopefully thwart further activities and at least resolve the issue for that night and hopefully provide services for follow-up for a victim.
Can you tell me what kind of services the East Brunswick Police Department offers to victims?
Well, we have many different agencies that we refer victims to. We can also provide a victim with a temporary restraining order. And a temporary restraining order basically segregates the 2 combatants, okay? It might issue an order by the court. We don't do that. A municipal court judge or a superior court judge will issue an order that says that a victim has sole possession of a house, let's say, and that the defendant or batterer is removed from the house and can no longer have any contact for a temporary given period of time until it's resolved in family court. And that order could either be extended for a further period of time, could be finalized so that it's a permanent order, or it could be dismissed where the order is lifted and they can have contact or move back in, etc. In addition to offering those services, we do have a team of individuals known as the East Brunswick Domestic Violence Response Team that can actually assist victims of domestic violence kind of as an advocate. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is basically someone more of a helping hand walking them through the criminal justice system. It can be pretty intimidating for a victim of domestic violence. So rather than have a uniformed presence, they have a member of the community, a volunteer, a peer, if you will, mm-hmm. that's been trained and knows all the referral agencies and can walk them through the whole process step by step.
Is the domestic violence response team something that's open to all residents of East Brunswick?
Yes, it is. Actually, we've just begun a recruitment drive. And as a result of that, I'm lucky to say that we have a large number of residents that are interested. And it certainly shouldn't dissuade anyone from possibly applying for it. It's a volunteer program. We conduct a brief background investigation on all parties that apply for it. And then we conduct training. The training is free. For the first time in quite some time, we're actually going to conduct a training at our training facility here. And it consists of 40 hours of training. The one that we have set up starting in April will be on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. There are 2 Saturday sessions, and it's 3 hours in the evening each night, and different instructors will come in and speakers from various agencies and from our own agency as well, and they talk about the different things, the functions of the team. Once that's done, all the team members will be placed on a call-out list, and if you're available and a domestic violence victim requires assistance or is in need of assistance, they will be called. The team members will be called on a rotating basis. So it doesn't require a tremendous amount of time, but it does require a commitment to the domestic violence victims, and it's well needed.
Lieutenant, if somebody's interested in joining the domestic violence response team, how do they go about doing it?
I would prefer if people email me. If you email me directly, my email is flosacco@ebpd.net. I will send you all the information. There's a brief application that you need to pick up and fill out, and then I'll walk you through everything that you need to know.
Well, thank you for coming in today to talk to us about such an important issue. And thank you, everybody, for viewing this segment of Street Smart. Remember to be smart and stay safe.
Hi, I'm so excited to be at the East Brunswick Friends of the Library book sale.
And I'm so glad you found our new location in Center Court. Looks like you have lots of goodies.
I do. I couldn't believe all the stuff I found here. But I'm a little worried because I only have $40.
Oh, don't worry. This is the East Brunswick Friends of the Library bargain book and media sale, so I'm sure you'll leave with change.
Okay. I can't believe all these great DVDs I found. And I even found some audiobooks and some hardcover books.
Oh, we have a little bit of everything, and we put out new stock every day, and sometimes 2 and 3 times a day.
Wow. How long are you open?
We're here from April 15th to Sunday, April 21st, more hours, and you have to come back often because we're constantly putting out new stuff. Look at that. How would you like to pay? Your total is $48.
I only have $40.
In cash? Don't worry. For this year is our first year we accept a major credit card. So if you have a credit card or a debit card, I can take it.
I totally do have a credit card. Thank you so much.
Great. I'll just process this for you. There you go.
Thank
and
you.
We'll just pack this up for you. And please stop by often. We put out new merchandise 2 or 3 times a day. And please tell all your friends.
Oh, I will. And I'm sure I'll be back soon.
Thank you.
The Irish duo of Whiskey and Porter helped the town celebrate St. Patrick's Day at the library. Musicians Dan O'Day and Ken Trotta performed traditional songs and had the crowd clapping and singing along.
I've been a wild rover for many years a year, and I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with the one great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more, 'cause it's no day never, no day never no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. never enough brown hair. Posing out, had to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay down to Dairy Keg, out way to Dublin town. Go be I seem like the brown coffee that I met in the county down. Sure, I scratched my head and I gazed with a feeling rare. And I said inside to a passerby who was the maid with the dark brown hair. He smiled at me with pride, says he should the gem of Ireland's crown. And Rosie McCann from the banks of the Banshee, the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay down to Dairy Keg, out way to Dublin town. Oh, maid, I seen like the brown coffee that I met in the county down.
On Saturday, March 30th, join the township in honoring Estelle Goldsmith for more than 50 years of volunteerism in the community. Estelle is president of the Arts Commission and East Brunswick Historical Society. For the past 50 years, she's given tirelessly of her time and talents to many local organizations, including the East Brunswick Museum and the Middlesex County Cultural and Heritage Commission. To recognize her years of dedication to East Brunswick and the arts, a celebration will be held featuring top-flight professional talent. Everyone is invited to attend the light reception following the performances. That's at 3 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th at the East Brunswick Community Arts Center on Cranberry Road. Don't miss it. That's all for this week, and thanks for watching.